Unexpected news has just leaked, Manchester United fans. There's been a major shake-up in the latest analysis surrounding Manchester United's performances, and it sparked a fiery debate among pundits and supporters alike. Just when you thought things couldn't get any more intense, a fresh wave of criticism has emerged regarding one key element of the team's tactical setup. It's not just about poor form anymore. Serious questions are being raised about how one particular player is being used and whether this is affecting the club's results. This isn't speculation. It's coming from a well-known voice in football who has once again pointed the finger at a recurring issue. So, what's going wrong? And who's truly to blame? Stick around as we dive into all the details you need to know about this pressing situation. And before we get into it, if you're a true Red Devil and don't want to miss any breaking updates, make sure to subscribe to the channel right now. Amad Diallo has once again found himself at the center of discussion, and this time, it's former midfielder turned pundit Robbie Savage leading the charge. Savage, known for his blunt assessments, has come forward to question whether the £37 million winger actually fits into Ruben Amorim's preferred 3-4-3 system. As the pressure mounts on Amorim following a disappointing start to the season, this fresh criticism has added more fuel to the fire at Old Trafford. The start of this Premier League campaign has been nothing short of frustrating for Manchester United fans. With just a single point secured from the opening 2 matches, the club currently sits in 16th place, sparking widespread concern across the fan base. Amid this dismal form, the finger-pointing has begun, and Robbie Savage hasn't held back in laying part of the blame on how certain players, including Diallo, are being utilized. Speaking on the popular football show 606, Savage addressed Manchester United's tactical issues head-on. He acknowledged that the side looked marginally better in their recent outing against Arsenal, but insisted that the 3-4-3 formation is not doing any favors for Diallo. According to Savage, the system demands roles that simply don't bring out the best in the young Ivorian. Savage's critique was clear and direct. He questioned whether Diallo is truly effective playing wide in a formation that doesn't allow him to get forward as much as he'd like. Amad, I think, doesn't suit it. Being the widest in a 4, I want to see him further up the field, said Savage. He firmly believes that Diallo's strengths are being restricted under the current tactical setup, and that's harming both the player and the team. Despite these concerns, it's important to note that Amad Diallo's individual performance numbers suggest a very different story. With 16 goal contributions in 29 matches, Diallo has proven to be one of the few bright sparks in a team struggling to find form. While the system may not appear ideal on paper, his productivity indicates he's still managing to influence games in his own way. Even so, the question lingers, could he be doing even more if the system allowed him greater freedom? For a player with Diallo's skill set, being restricted to wide duties in a defensively rigid shape may well be stifling his full potential. Savage comments, though harsh, echo a sentiment shared by many fans who feel the club isn't making the most of its talented squad. Ruben Amorim, who arrived with great expectations, is now facing his first real test as Manchester United manager. His system has been called into question before, but now, with the team underperforming and pundits speaking out, the pressure is mounting. How he responds to these criticisms, particularly regarding Diallo's role, could shape the direction of the season. Amorim's record at Manchester United is now being scrutinized more intensely than ever. While some believe in giving him more time to implement his vision, others are growing impatient with results and tactical decisions that appear ineffective. Diallo's positioning is now part of a wider conversation about the manager's adaptability and tactical awareness. Interestingly, Savage has criticized Amorim in the past as well, pointing to his decision-making and overall match approach. Now, with the spotlight on how Diallo is being used, the broader concern is whether Amorim is rigidly sticking to a system that doesn't match the strengths of his squad. If that's the case, it's not just about Diallo. Other players may also be suffering under this setup. For Diallo, the situation is tricky. He's performing reasonably well, yet remains caught in a tactical battle not of his own making. His future impact at United might depend heavily on whether Amorim is willing to tweak the system or continue forcing players into roles they are not entirely comfortable in. Fans are watching closely, and the calls for change are getting louder. What makes this scenario even more complicated is that Diallo is a fan favorite. Supporters have admired his energy, creativity, and willingness to take on defenders. If he starts to become frustrated with his role or performances dip as a result of tactical limitations, it could lead to larger unrest in the dressing room and among fans. At a time when unity and clarity are needed more than ever, Manchester United finds itself once again embroiled in tactical uncertainty. Robbie Savage's remarks may sting, but they reflect a genuine concern. Is Ruben Amorim truly getting the best out of Amad Diallo, or is a talented player being wasted in a system that doesn't suit him? So, while there may be differing views on the matter, it's clear that this debate over tactics and player roles is far from settled. What do you think? Should Manchester United adjust the system to better suit Amad Diallo? Yes or no? Leave your answer in the comments below. We want to hear what you believe is best for the club. Amad Diallo has shown flashes of brilliance, and he deserves a setup that allows him to truly shine. Thanks for sticking with us. You're a top red, and your passion helps drive this channel forward. Wait, before you go, check out this explosive Manchester United video.